Hi, this is Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and this is an update on Solana. Back in the beginning of October 2021, I made a prediction of the Elliott Wave fifth wave move to $240, and it hit that target zone, and then it's pulled back down again. So I'm going to put the link to that original video in the description here. But now, what do we do now is the question. So first of all, we need to understand a little bit about Elliott Wave, not too much. The original third wave was this move up, and then we had the wave 4 pullback, and then we looked to trade that fifth wave or add to your positions. Now, one of the rules with Elliott Wave is that the third wave must indeed be the longest. Now, it just so happens that this fifth wave went just a little bit longer in price than that original third wave. So our software, the Elliott Wave software, then identifies it now as the new third wave. So this gives us another opportunity now with a higher price mark to actually get in. So it's just basically it's Elliott Wave rules, how that trend behaves. And again, I think crypto traders really need to understand and be more sophisticated in their technical analysis of this, because crypto behavior and Elliott Wave is all intertwined. That behavior of the markets is very, very much able to be measured by Elliott Wave. So what we've done is what I predicted back in October has happened, but it went a little bit higher to 260. This then gave us a new third wave, because the fifth wave was actually longer than that original third wave. So the software that we have recognized those rules have been broken, readjusts that wave count. Then we pulled back on now a new wave 4. So now we've got another potential opportunity to go long. It's quite an erratic pullback, but it's still done the same thing. We've got a grey EMA cloud and a purple EMA cloud, 55 and 89. Look what happened on the previous wave 4 pullback. We found that non-linear support in the 55. We've now come back down to test this, and it's holding in there. So that 55 EMA cloud, that non-linear support and resistance, or in this case support, is holding again. So where is our entry? First of all, we need to make sure the wave 4's behaved on all the other things. So the Elliott Wave oscillator, it's between 90 and 140 down here. Very good. We have crossed in the oversold zone here against the false breakout stochastic. So that's pretty good. But if I put a regression trend channel on there right now, we can see it's going to be quite fat and wide. And it's 87%. I'd really like it at 90%, but we are where we are. So we can look for aggressive and conservative entry strategies here to either add to Solana, or if it's your first entry, getting some. So I'm just going to take the manager off right now, just so we can just clear the chart up a little bit. So we've got two options here. We want to come outside of the trend channel, probably over this left shoulder here at just over $220 there for a sensible entry, just over $220. I mean, for me, that would be the price. 220.31. So that would be our aggressive entry. Now on the Elliott Wave indicator suit, we have this 6-4 moving average high. You see it's actually it's predicting in the future. So for today's candle position, we would be at around about an entry of 226. Okay, now as those candle positions move, so tomorrow's candle position would be at 223, Wednesday's candle position, our entry at just over $220, that would be good for that very conservative entry above this left shoulder. Let me identify that for you. Above this left shoulder here, we want to make sure this was a rejection on that main bullish move. We pulled back, small correction, then we went again. So we want to make sure we're above that. So for me, going through this process right now, I'd be happy with an entry or to add some more Solana because it's one of my biggest holdings, just over $220. Now my new price target, remember my initial price target back in October was 240, it actually tipped 260. What we've got now in the center of the fifth wave, it's an automated target zone, is $285. So now if we break out of this regression trend channel, we get above 220, we should see a move. Now it's probably not going to happen by the end of the year, but we need to be looking at that $285. Again, the target was hit in our initial move up that I discussed at the beginning of October. It took time. I made the video of 3rd of October just here where my cursor is. It didn't actually hit the target zone until the 3rd of November, so it took a month. So, you know, a little bit over a month to reach that 260. So we would expect that if we went through 220 to reach 285, maybe a month to 6 weeks to reach that level. But where we are right now, the behavior is very good. All the Elliott Wave rules have been adjusted and met. Now we've had this profit taking pullback, which is reasonably orderly. It's found that non-linear support at the 55 EMA cloud, so everything looks good for another push up. So this is where our regular investors of Solana should be looking. Actually, we should be looking to add if it gets through 220. I'm always talking about a start line. I'm not trying to buy at the lows because it may continue to come down and test that 170 down here at this linear support and resistance zone. We need to make sure it's on its way. We've gone through the start line, okay? We need to make sure that momentum has shifted from that selling to now buying. So getting through 220, we could see a 285. So this is very, very crucial. Again, I've been making videos on Solana for the last 6 months or so, and to be honest, they've all met targets. So again, start line 220, then we're looking for a 285. So this is critical, and hopefully by the mid-January, you never know, by the end of December, it could hit that 285. My average holding at the moment is $25 for Solana. So this is a really, really good looking cryptocurrency. It's one of my favorites, and I will be adding to this when it goes through 220. Hopefully that helps. Do more of these technical analysis type videos for crypto in the future, because I think it's important that crypto traders understand non-linear support that we talked about today. We understand how trends behave. You know, Elliott Wave's a perfect example of how to measure that trend behavior. With a couple of little tools down on these subcharts here to actually just confirm that wave for profit taking pullback, and then understand where those targets are going to be. So again, I'm going to put the link to that original video on the 3rd of October in the description. I'm also going to put the link to this Elliott Wave indicator suite. It's available for TradingView and lots of other platforms, because this, I think, for cryptocurrency investing is a very crucial tool, and the return on investment is spectacular. So hopefully this helps, and I'll speak to you all really soon.